Yo, what's up guys? d-cellgaming here, and today we're going to be doing an episode of Is It Worth It? This is where I go through a game, give my first impressions on it, talk about the mechanics and the aspects of the game, give some pros and cons, all in an effort to try to help you guys decide whether it's something you would like to try out or not. Without further ado, let's talk about
Metal Gear.
What? No. We're talking about Final
You mean Metal Gear.
What? No. Final Gear. Look, buddy, cheer up. You might get that remaster of Metal Gear Solid 1. You know, it could come out for the PS5, you know, so let's just get you out of here. So, without further ado, guys, let's get started. So what is Final Gear? Well, Final Gear is a mobile gacha game, a waifu collector, a mech collector, with side-scrolling combat. It's got kind of like an amalgamation of inspiration of other gacha games. You'll see it's got like a base building aspect that kind of reminds me of Arc Knights. There's some aspects that kind of remind me of Girls Frontline. So we're gonna dive in and we'll show you the gameplay. We'll talk about it and show you guys what it's all about. So one of the coolest things about this game, when you first start it and you log in and you create your account, you do get a free unlimited 10x summons. So what this means is you'll be able to pick from, I think it's 5 or 6 SSRs, and you can re-roll infinitely until you get the one SSR that you want. And if you're looking for a specific R or an SR character to accompany them, you can re-roll infinitely until you get your desired pool. I wish all gacha games would include this in their games because it really helps you start out feeling good about the game. It doesn't take long to unlock this 10x summons, and like I said, it's infinite and it's guaranteed every pull to have an SSR character. I think it's great that every 10 pull that you do is going to be a randomized SSR character. You'll have a random assortment of Rs, SRs, and commons, so you can just keep going and going. Another thing that struck me about this game is the character artwork. After all, most of these games are waifu collectors, so you want to have good artwork to accompany them, and every person in this game has very good artwork, even the regular non-SSR, non-SR units. So like if I go in here and I show you some, let's go down to a more common, you can see the artwork is great. It's fantastic. They don't skimp on the artwork with any of their characters. They all look great. They're all detailed. They just all look very vibrant, and they all look the same. I mean, obviously the SSRs have, you know, more detail and they look better, cooler, or whatever you want to say. But, you know, it's just good to see that even the common characters have very good depth when it comes to their artwork. I love seeing this, and it just makes the game overall feel polished and complete. There's nothing like going into a game and all of the SSRs look shiny and detailed and great, and then everything else looks bland and like boring. This makes the game feel incomplete when they do that, and this really helps Final Gear look like a complete package. Another thing that struck me that is different from other gacha games is you'll see in the top right corner there is no stamina bar. You got crystals, which is your paid currency, gold, and then bounty credits. So when you go into the battle menu here, you'll notice, I'll just do the expanded list. I'm not going to go into the maps just to make it easier, but you'll notice that you have dailies, which you have 3 of that you can do. These kind of offer more experience, but there's less of them that you can do. You have bounty missions, which you can do 20 of a day. And these, again, these are ways to help get experience to your account. You can get more bounties by either paying crystals, or you can get one of like the monthly passes, which I think is like $8 or $9, and you get crystals every day and also like 20 extra of the bounty missions. The story missions, you can grind out as much as you want, as well as the event missions. Once you unlock the stages and you start to go through the event and you clear them out, you can infinitely grind them if you want. There's no stamina cost here, and you can just keep going until your heart's desire. Now, the one thing to note here is it does kind of limit it a little bit, because your daily repeat missions and things like that you're going to get for the currency that helps unlock your event bonuses and stuff like that, you only get 4 a day. So after you do like the 20 stages usually that it's going to require, then there's not a whole lot of reason to keep doing it, but you do still earn the currency, like the puppet pieces here for this event. I can just keep getting that over and over and over, and then I can keep unlocking the pool. There's 20 pools here for this event, and each one's gonna have 400, or it progressively gets bigger. So I think it starts out for 100, and then for like the first 5 stages, and then it's going to go up to like 200 and 300 and 400, etc. So each pool is going to progressively get more until you get the item that it's going to like display. But this is cool because these events give you like mechs, and we'll go over mechs a little bit later. It's kind of like equipment but cooler. So yeah, it's really great that this doesn't have like an oppressive stamina system. Yes, there are limitations. You can't just keep doing crazy bounty missions and crazy daily missions and just shoot up to, you know, level 60 in one day. So the really interesting thing about Final Gear to me is not only do you have the characters that you collect, but you have customized mechs alongside them. So we're gonna go to Evelyn here, and you can see once you've gotten all of the customized pieces together, you have a special display for that character. So let's go into the equip menu, and we're gonna reset it. So this is what it looks like normally when you have, you know, just the pieces, the regular pieces. So this is Evelyn's gear set. So when you finally get all of her mech pieces together, you can activate it, and you will get this special display for that character. I think that's a really nice touch. Another nice thing about this is when you equip a piece of gear, it shows it on the character. Now this is pretty awesome for just a mobile gacha. So as you can see, when we change the back pieces, it changes on the character. This is super cool. I love this aspect of the game, and it really helps, again, bring life and vibrance to the game. It makes it feel like a complete game. When you put a piece of gear on it and it changes on the character, it just feels good. Now, when we talk about the game itself and the actual gameplay, what does the battle look like? So I think this is going to be a make or break for a lot of people. You're either going to really like it or you're going to not like it at all. Since the game doesn't have a stamina system, the story feels a lot slower paced. It's not just pick a stage, defeat the stage, pick a stage, defeat a stage, pick a stage, defeat a stage. That's not how this works. You're gonna have to like kind of set up a field map and actually play the game a little bit. So let's jump into this daily quest right here so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So when you start the mission and you go in, you're gonna be greeted with this menu. You can zoom out so you can see the whole field and you can see what you got to do. You can do the victory and failure conditions. It'll tell you what you need to do in order to get this map done and over with. So we have to eliminate the target, and you'll see that there's a target, says target right there. So when you go in, you're going to have to manually play around the screen and maneuver your people. However, you can automate this. So it kind of takes some of the tedium out. I tend to automate it. If manual play doesn't give me like a significant advantage over autoplay, I usually just keep everything on auto. That's just how I play these games. Normally what you would do is you'd come in here and you would pick team 1 and team 2. However, you don't actually have to do that. You can just go in with one team if you want. That is an option. I'm just going to go in with this team to show you, and then we're going to go to auto. It's going to tell you, you can deploy 2 teams for this mission. Currently deployed 1. Do you want to enter battle? Yes, I do. So now when you're at this screen, you can see that you can go ahead and set up your plays. Do you want to go here? Do you want to go here? And you can also do multiple stages of it, which is really nice. So you can kind of set it up all beforehand and play. And if you got to get up and go do something, no problem. It'll take care of it for you. So what I'm going to do for this map is I'm going to take her, and we're gonna just put it straight on the target. That way when I hit enter battle, my team is gonna go straight towards the target and get this over with. So let's go ahead and hit enter battle. So when we go through this battle, I have it on 4x, so it went kind of quick, so sorry about that. The manual gameplay, if you're on BlueStacks or LD Player or something like that, you can manual it with the WASD keys, and you can hit the attack button. So let's go take auto off, and you can see now I'm controlling my character with WAS and D, and I can attack like so. So this is pretty fun, actually. On the PC, this is actually not bad at all. It's not uncomfortable since you can use the W, A, S, and D keys, so that's pretty great. I prefer to keep it on auto because playing on manual doesn't really give you that big of an advantage. It really doesn't give you an advantage at all. The AI is pretty good in the game, and it'll just kind of take care of itself. So let's go ahead. Oh, I guess I can't pause it. Pause game, pause. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll auto this again so you can kind of see this is what the game is going to be. So it's kind of, in a way, kind of reminds me of maybe like Idle Heroes or something like that, where you set up your team, they do their ultimates or their skills or their abilities, whatever you want to call it, and it kind of plays for itself. So if this is not the kind of game that you like or enjoy, probably not going to be for you. As well as if you don't like having to actually go through each mission one by one and like moving it's like a base mechanic type of thing. If you don't like that, it's going to feel tedious for you, and it's probably going to be a deal breaker. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to do this for every single stage. There is no jump into a stage, hit go, like Epic 7, for example, where you're just going to go into the stage and it's just going to go wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. No, you actually kind of have a little bit of a mechanic to do. You have like escort missions, defense missions, target missions, things like that. So there is a little bit of depth to it, but not really. It's kind of funny to me because the actual part of the game that is less auto is a little bit more tedious, but you can auto it. So we've completed the mission. Now I understand why they went this route. Since there's no stamina system, you can't just blast through everything and do everything on infinite repeat and you would be done with the game in no time, right? So they have to slow down the pace somehow. So you're either gonna like this or you're gonna hate it. So do keep this in mind. It's very important. You're gonna have to set up your field of play every time you go in. However, one thing that I do want to show you guys that is very nice, that kind of limits that tedium. When you go into the bounty missions, you can actually use a sweep option, and I actually really enjoy the sweep option here, and because how it works in Final Gear is you can go up to 10 times, which means you can't just like sweep it all in one big chunk. It doesn't cost some grand currency or whatever like skip tickets or anything like that, and it does force you to play the game. So when you select a 10 times X reward, what that means is when you play this map, after you're done, it will sweep it for that 10 time. You have to play it once, but you'll get the rewards as if you played it 10 times. So this is a nice way if you're crunched for time to just get these bounty missions done. I really like this feature, and I actually kind of think a lot of gacha games should go this route. It makes you play the game, but it rewards you for playing the game. It doesn't make you feel like you're wasting your time. I really enjoy this aspect, and I would like to see other games do this. As I'm only on about day 3 of this game, there are some features that I haven't unlocked yet. So like the base building, I've seen it, and it did kind of reminded me of Arknights, if you guys have ever played that game before. So unfortunately, I can't really talk about some of the things that I haven't experienced yet. So let's talk about the summoning system in the game. So you get these summoning licenses from the game as you play. And then when you go to start recruitment, you have like a recruitment queue. And you can try to pick one of these characters over here, and it'll give you a chance at getting that SSR. However, it's a very low chance. So let's go ahead and look at my recruitment queue since it's full and see what we've got. We're gonna go ahead and hit meet all. And as you can see, it gives you the game definitely knows its target audience. It definitely knows this is a waifu collector. It definitely knows this is why you're here. You're here for, yeah. But yeah, the artwork is great on every character. I really like them. So now that the recruitment queue is empty, let's go ahead and try to get Snowy here. And what we're gonna do is use up some of our referral tickets, and boom, there you go. In 4 hours or an hour and a half, I will be able to try to get another character. Now you do get like skip tickets intermittently throughout the game, doing daily quests and things like that, and you can do emergency commands, which will automatically get the queue up. However, it just seems to be the best way of just letting it play naturally and just coming every few hours and seeing what you got. This also works for the equipment summons. It works exactly the same way, except you have a slightly bigger equipment queue. So you accept all, and you can skip it if you want. And this is what you get. I got a Judge L cockpit. So this is kind of nice. Looks like it is just a regular mech piece. It's not like a custom piece, so that's unfortunate. How this works is every 30 pulls, you're guaranteed to get an SR part. So when you go into like the normal or the refine lab, it's either going to cost 10 or 20 bits or parts, and your parts are going to be up in the top screen here. So let's go to normal, we'll do max and hit develop. And again, that's how it works. Works the exact same way as the character summon, except it has like a sort of pseudo pity mechanic where every 30 you're going to be guaranteed an SR part. So another nice thing about the summoning system in this game, when you go to the recruit system, you have special recruitments, which are like recruitment banners. So when you go to them, we're going to see that I've been trying to get Rin. I love her design. She's a strong single target character, very good striker, very good carry unit. Now, when you go to one of these banners, you will see that each one has a step and they all cost 1,500 crystals. So each summon, each step costs a 10 times summon, basically. Each step will give you parts and other bonuses as you go along. And the goal here is to try to get the character and their customized suit that comes with it, because the customized suit will unlock more bonuses and more potential for that character. They're going to do more damage, etc. So looking at the steps, you can see that you're going to get, for each round, you're going to get different things. For the first round, you're going to get these bits. And what these bits are used are for the currency shop to buy the mech parts, which we'll go over in a minute. Now you can see that there's 9 rounds and it says 9+. That means after 9+, you're always going to get the round 9 bonus. This is important for later. So as you go, you're going to get what's called sequences for the character, and these are used to unlock their 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, etc. This will give them more skills to use and overall make their character stronger. One thing to note here are the percentage chances. On these banners, you have a 5% chance to get an SSR character. This is pretty huge and very generous for a gacha game. The only key here is you do have a chance at getting other characters on the banner. You do have a rate up like other gacha games, but there are chances that you're going to get another SSR than the banner character. But a 5% chance is very generous. However, if you don't quite get that character in time, if you can get to round 8, you will automatically get the character. So at round 8, if you are somehow unlucky enough to not have pulled that character, there is a pity system in place and you will get that character no matter what. So when you look at the shop, you can see that each part is going to cost 50 of the currency of whatever banner that you're trying to do. You need 200 currency. This is the number that you need to understand, because if you can't get 200, you're not going to get all of the mech parts. So all in all, doing a quick little bit of math for you, you're gonna need about 19 to 20,000 crystals. I think it's 19,000 in order to basically guarantee you that you get the character and you get their mech. I like this approach because it gives you a clear, definite destination that you need in order to get what you want. So you can save up to 20,000 crystals and wait for one of these special recruitment banners, and you know that you're going to be able to not only get the character that you want, you're going to be able to get their specialized suit as well. This is fantastic. And not only that, you're going to be able to 5-star them and get all of their skills as well. I don't think you'll be able to 6-star them, but you will at least be able to 5-star them and unlock most of their potential, and you'll be able to use all of their skills. So talking about the skills, you can see that each character has 4 skills. You can level these skills up, and each skill corresponds to a star level. So if you're only level 3, you're not going to have all 4 skills. You need to be level 5, or star level 5, whatever you want to call it, to have all 4 skills. You can train them to level them up. The characters' levels are maxed dependent on your account rank. So if you're only account level 45, your character can only be level 45. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Modifying is how you rank up their star levels. So just keep that in mind. You're going to need sequences you're going to basically need dupes, which are sequences, to get their star levels up. Another thing here is the Hall of Fame, which also has its own ranking system as well, leaderboard, or whatever you want to call it. So you can upgrade to unlock poster slots, valuable slots, action figures, and other things that you can purchase in the shop to just decorate your Hall of Fame. So if you want a poster to decorate, if you want some action figures on your shelf, you can do that. And then you have sort of like a leaderboard to see who has the most fame. I like having personal spaces like this in games. Again, this is just, is it necessary? No. Is it nice to have? Absolutely. Every day you log in, you're gonna have a quiz to do. There you answer 5 questions, and you get some currency that you can spend to either upgrade or buy things. So when you go to redeem, you can see you can buy some posters, you can buy some action figures, and you can buy various other things that you can put on your shelf to decorate your Hall of Fame. So overall, Final Gear, it has some good things going for it. I think the battle system, you're either going to love it or hate it. I like that it doesn't have a stamina, but that comes with its own pros and cons. You might not like the pacing of the game, and you might enjoy just having that log in, spend your stamina, log out. This is definitely not that kind of game. You're going to want to put some serious time investment into this game because there's a lot to do and there's a lot to play. It has a lot of characters to play, and one thing I like about it is some of the regular rarity characters are useful. Solveig is a rare character, and she is one of the best just defensive characters in the game. The shield that she provides your team is massive, and I love that not only SSRs are just like usable. Like, you can use some of these other characters. They have viability. Now, of course, there's always the meta to go in, but it's great that some of these rare characters have use. Even the character they provide you with, Evelyn, she is a great carry unit. She can, the equipment that the game provides you with and the character alone can work as a good striking DPS carry unit to bring you through all the way up to level 60 and maybe even beyond. It's a great character and it's provided to you 100% free. Monetization of the game, some may like it, some may hate it. I think it's pretty free to play friendly, especially since it's just starting out and it just released. However, there are some aspects of it that are kind of strange to me. So like the growth fund pack doesn't really feel worth it. It's $30, but all you get is about, I think, 2 tin pools worth of crystals, and you get 2 mech suits that you may or may not want to be using. So it just kind of doesn't feel that great. I don't know. There's just something about the growth fund pack that doesn't scream value to me. While on the other hand, the battle pass for $20 seems pretty good. You get a lot of bonuses for it, as well as getting, a mech suit, and it's only $20, and you get these attack schemas and stuff like that that'll be nice for later on in the game to make your character stronger. So it's kind of a toss-up. Some are going to hate it for its monetization, some are not going to like it. So at the end of the day, it is a gacha game. There's always going to be an element of pay to win. That's just how it works. In my opinion, the free-to-play experience is pretty good. You get a free SR character who's very strong, can be used as a carry unit. You get tons of free crystals in the beginning, which if you save it all up, you will be able to go and clear out a whole entire special recruitment. So you're gonna get a free SR or SSR character as long as you play your cards right and you save up those crystals in the beginning and you don't just spread your summons out everywhere. And also you get that free unlimited tin pool, which is gonna guarantee an SSR. So you start out with an SSR character, you start out with an SR character. Overall, the free-to-play experience of this game is very good in my opinion. So, do I think this game is worth your time? Is Final Gear worth your time? Ultimately, that's going to be up to you guys. However, I do think there's a lot here, and it can provide a lot of mileage if you're looking for a new gacha game, especially a waifu collector or a mech collector. It's got both. I think it's kind of great. However, the battle system is going to be hard to get over for some people. It makes the story missions feel very slow. So at the end of the day, if you think that you're going to be able to look past that slow feeling, you're going to look past how the battles are set up, I think this is a great game for you. But hey guys, that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Final Gear? What games are you playing right now? And as always, I'll see you in the next one.